Hey guys, I'm Ankita. Welcome to Mastering Organic Chemistry with Ankita. And today we are on our lesson number 2 for our Mastering Organic Chemistry in just 3 months course. So let's get started and let's get on with the video.
Today we'll be learning how to name the side chain alkyl groups. So basically what do we mean when we say a side chain? So a side chain is nothing but a carbon chain that is attached to the principal carbon chain but not a part of the principal carbon chain. A good example of this would be when you take a compound like 2-methyl pentane. So here our principal carbon chain is the carbon chain that consists of the 5 carbon atoms, but the methyl group that is attached to the second carbon atom of the principal carbon chain is our side chain alkyl group. So the basic rule for writing our side chain alkyl groups is of the sort that when you have an alkane, then all you have to do is you have to subtract a hydrogen from the alkane and you'll get your alkyl group. For example, here when you have methane, CH4, and you subtract one hydrogen atom from this, then you get CH3, that is our methyl or our side chain alkyl group. The same goes for ethane, C2H6. When you subtract one hydrogen atom from this, you're getting ethyl. Then you have propane. When you're subtracting a terminal hydrogen atom from this, then you're getting N-propyl. The same rule follows for alkenes and alkynes as well. For alkenes, when you subtract one hydrogen atom, then you get alkenyl. And for alkynes, when you subtract one hydrogen atom, you get alkynyl. So now let's come to a definition of a free valent carbon, because that is very important from the terms of trying to analyze a side chain. So what is a free valent carbon? It is the first carbon of the side chain that is attached to the principal carbon chain. Okay, so the example for this would be like if we have a side chain of this sort, that is our N-propyl, then this first carbon atom, this here, is our free valent carbon because it is attached to the principal carbon chain. Anything, it can be a pentane, hexane, cyclohexane, anything. So, but the point is that this is our first carbon atom that is attached to the principal carbon chain, and therefore this is our free valent carbon atom, and this is our side chain alkyl group. So here we have certain rules that are to be followed while naming the side chain. And the first one we follow is that the free valent carbon always gets number 1 locant. What we mean by this is that we can understand with the help of an example. Here this is our side chain, for example, and we can see that we might think that we can start our naming like this, with this carbon being the first carbon atom of the side chain. However, we know that this is our free valent carbon. Okay, so what we will do is that we will not start our naming from this carbon atom or this carbon atom that are the terminal carbon atoms of the side chain. However, we will start our naming from the free valent carbon atom and we will give it number 1 locant because it is attached to the principal carbon chain, whatever it may be. The principal carbon chain might be anything, but here we are concerned only with the side chain naming. So the free valent carbon atom gets number 1 locant. So the name of this side chain would come out to be 1-methyl ethyl. That is our side chain name, 1-methyl ethyl. So in a side chain alkyl, the principal carbon chain always starts from the free valent carbon. Here when we talk about the principal carbon chain, we are talking about the principal carbon chain of the side chain. So basically the side chain will also have a principal carbon chain. If it consists of, branching and all, we will have to give it some identification of a principal carbon chain. So basically the principal carbon chain of a side chain always starts from a free valent carbon. And then for naming of the side chain, the free valent carbon gets number 1 locant even when there is a functional group attached. Take this side chain for example. We can see there is an OH group attached to this carbon atom. So we might think that why not start our naming from here and give this number 1 position. But no, our free valent carbon atom is here. So we have to start our naming from the free valent carbon atom and not from this carbon atom that consists of the functional group. That is how the rule is. So basically, we'll give this our number 1 locant, and then we'll give number 2 locant to this carbon atom as it consists of the functional group. And the name of this side chain will come out to be 1-methyl ethane 2-ol yl. Because it's a side chain, so you'll always have to write the yl part. So that is there. But the name of this side chain comes out to be 1-methyl ethane 2-ol yl. Now here are some examples of the side chains that we are coming across. So we can see this is our free valent carbon. So of course this will get our number 1 locant, and this is having a principal carbon chain of the side chain has a principal carbon chain. We are not talking about the principal carbon chain that is attached to the side chain, but the principal carbon chain in the side chain itself. So it's a 3-carbon principal carbon chain. So any guesses on what the name of this side chain would be? Yes guys, it's going to be 2-methyl propyl. Exactly. That's exactly the name. Then we come to this. In this example, we can see that this is our free valent carbon. So our principal chain inside the side chain has to start from the free valent carbon. So either it can be this as the principal carbon chain or this or this. But we know that the principal carbon chain is always the longest out of all. So the principal carbon chain of the side chain will obviously be this and not this or this. So how will we name this side chain, guys? Yes, you're right. It will be 1,1-dimethyl propyl. Exactly. That's what the name is, 1,1-dimethyl propyl. That's how we're naming the side chain here. Then we come to the third example here. We can see that here this is our free valent carbon, and this can be our principal chain, or we can think as this to be our principal chain. In both we can see that the branching is occurring at the second carbon only. If we take this as our principal chain, then also the branching is at the second carbon. And if we take this as our principal chain, then also we are seeing the branching occurs only at the second carbon. So either way we are going to get the same name of the side chain, and that will be, any guesses? Yes, it will be 2-methyl propyl. That's the way we are going to name our side chain. Now another example we come to is, we can see here that this substituent was attached to the 5th carbon of the parent chain. Like here this is some parent carbon chain, principal carbon chain, and this is the 5th carbon to which the substituent or the side chain is attached, and this is our free valent carbon here. So how would we name the side chain in this case? Firstly, we will put a 5 because it is attached to the 5th carbon of the principal carbon chain. That is the main parent chain we are talking about. We are not talking about the principal chain inside the side chain right now. We are talking about the parent chain. That is the main principal carbon chain, and to the 5th carbon we are seeing that this side chain is attached. So we'll have a 5 outside our bracket, and then we'll put a bracket here for the side chain naming, and we see that the name of this side chain comes out to be 1-ethyl, because to the free valent carbon there is an ethyl group attached. Then 2-methyl, because here we have taken this as our principal carbon chain of the side chain. Within the side chain, this is our principal carbon chain. So we see that there is a methyl group attached at the second carbon of the principal chain of the side chain, and this is the principal chain, that is the parent chain. So this is our principal chain of the side chain, and it consists of one methyl group at the second carbon. So we are having 1-ethyl, 2-methyl propyl, and there is a 5 outside the bracket because this whole thing is attached to the 5th carbon atom of the parent chain. I hope it's clear, guys. It's 5, then 1-ethyl, 2-methyl propyl, and here we have taken ethyl before methyl because of the alphabetical order decision. That's obviously clear to all of you. Then we come to the next example in which this side chain is attached to the 3rd carbon atom of the parent chain. So basically what we are doing is that we are going to put the 3 outside the bracket, and then we'll open the bracket for the naming of the side chain, and we have to select our principal chain inside the side chain now. So this is our free valent carbon. So either we can have this as our principal carbon chain of the side chain, or this or this. So obviously we'll have this as our principal carbon chain of the side chain because it's the longest. So our name goes like 1,1-dimethyl propyl, that is the side chain, and because it's attached to the third carbon of the parent chain, so we'll have a 3 outside the bracket. And here guys, you remember this, that the di here, the D of the di, when taken inside the bracket, is taken in deciding the alphabetical order. You will take it in mind that the D of the di will be considered while deciding the alphabetical order when inside the bracket. Okay guys, the D of the di or the T of the tri will be taken into consideration for deciding alphabetical order when taken inside the bracket. Then there are different types of alkyl groups. If the alkyl group is completely linear, we'll be calling it N-alkyl. If there is branching at the second carbon from the opposite side of the free valent carbon we are talking about here, so it is going to be isoalkyl. Like it's completely linear, but there is branching only at the second carbon, so it's isoalkyl. Then we have branching at the free valent carbon, but if it's completely linear before that, then we'll call it secondary alkyl. Then if there is 2 methyl groups attached to the free valent carbon, but it's completely linear before that, then it's a tertiary alkyl group. Then we have branching of 2 methyl groups at the second carbon. That is the second carbon from the opposite side of the free valent carbon we are talking about here. So if there is branching of 2 methyl groups at the second carbon, then it will be called neoalkyl. Now we have certain examples here, like this is completely linear. So it is a 5 carbon side chain, so it will be called N-pentyl. Then we have this is having the branching at the second carbon, and it's a 5 carbon, it completely has 5 carbons in it, so therefore it will be isopentyl, but there is branching at the second carbon from the opposite side of the free valent carbon, therefore it is an isopentyl. Then if there is branching of 1 methyl group at the very free valent carbon, and there are a total of 5 carbons here, so we are calling it as secondary pentyl. And we can see here that this side chain also consists of 5 carbon atoms. However, there are 2 methyl group branchings at the free valent carbon. So as we learned, this is called the tertiary pentyl.
So guys, I hope that this lecture has helped you to clear all your concepts about how to name a side chain alkyl group. So I'll be coming up with more lectures shortly. Until then, keep practicing. Happy learning. Bye-bye.